Ms. Serafin.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, and staff. The Manhattan Institute has done a study that shows Californians are leaving the state in mass exodus. We are below the 1940 level in population. SCAG and WRCOG housing element data is incorrect. Oops. Slide 2. In the city of Murrieta, we have apartments, low-income units, and home vacancies at a record number. Listed on the overhead are just a few of the multifamily units available. 745 more vehicle trips will be added to Murrieta Hot Springs Road. This is on page 36 of the report. This does not include the car wash or the high-density project in planning. A second gated emergency access will be provided on Clearbrook. No daily traffic will utilize this access. At the Planning Commission meeting, construction trucks are not allowed to use the Clearbrook entrance during construction. They will self-monitor. Most likely they will use the Clearbrook entrance because of the heavy traffic on Murrieta Hot Springs. The cars exiting the complex will have to cut over several lanes of highway to get into the U-turn lane, the left turn lane. Murrieta Hot Springs will be more congested and dangerous if half the cars leaving the complex use the U-turn lane. Citizen safety is at risk. The traffic study did not include Murrieta Hot Springs Road except the roadway segment south of Murrieta Hot Springs and the developed homes above the future project. A complete and thorough study needs to be done. On page 1009, Via Princessa and Murrieta Hot Springs intersection is rated as a Loss C. Loss C has more congestion than B, where the ability to pass or change lanes is not always assured. On page 999, the intersection at Winchester, Murrieta Hot Springs, rating Loss D. Loss D is perhaps the level of service of a busy shopping corridor in the middle of a weekday or a functional urban highway during commuting hours. Speeds are somewhat reduced. Motorists are hemmed in by other cars and trucks. Loss D is a common goal for urban streets during peak hours, as attaining Loss D would require a prohibitive cost and societal impact. Murrieta Hot MSHCP reports that the burrowing owl, an endemic plant species, have been verified on the site. The law states habitat assessment shall be required. The subsequent survey will comply with the survey protocols established by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. This was not done. The map by SCAG and WRCOG shows sightings of the endangered species, threatened and rare plants and animals in Murrieta. One of the areas is this development. According to the geological engineering study prepared by Engine Incorporated, dated July 11, 2005, the report is 9 years old. According to page 7 of the GEO report, the nearest active fault is Murrieta Hot Springs, which appears to be located approximately 100 feet north of the site. The GEO study limits were only for the residential portion of the proposed project. Previous investigations have located the fault within the golf course, open space area, and portions could be, at worst case scenario, within the proximity to the tennis court. Conflicting report on page 448. The closest distance to the fault is closer than 2 kilometers, 100 feet. The USGS has just released a new map for the faults in California, August 23, 2013. The Hollywood lawsuit stopped a project on top of an earthquake fault. The new maps are available, and Murrieta is notified here and now. This is the 2010 newly released map showing the Murrieta Hot Springs Fault. This is the map from the Riverside County earthquake fault zones and in Murrieta general plan. It shows the Murrieta Hot Springs Fault. On page 512, Engine Corporation cannot and does not warrant or guarantee that the information provided by certain documents and other sources is accurate or complete. They said no previous studies were available at the time of the preparation of the report. 2 reports were available. A 2003 and a 1977 report are on file at the U.S. Department of Interior and U.S. Geological Survey. On page 507, this map shows the fault runs right through the residential portion of the complex. This map is also included in the Golden Eagle report. This was done in 2005. Base map provided by Riverside County Building and Safety. County designated fault maps of Murrieta Hot Springs area. Murrieta general plan. Before a project can be permitted within a fault zone, a site-specific geological investigation must be demonstrated that the proposed building will not be constructed across an AP earthquake fault, a county fault zone, or any other active or potentially active fault. Murrieta Hot Springs is a county fault zone. It is an active fault, and it is now listed on the USGS site. State law requires new buildings located near fault maps, near faults mapped by the state to perform extensive testing to prove their structures are not on top of a fissure. Governor Jerry Brown last week declared California in a drought and won't allow water to 25 million people and 1 million acres of farmland that it usually services. This project will use water during construction that we do not have. 112 units will be added to the water rationing. The law states, you guys are responsible for our health and welfare. Let's not take away our food and water. In conclusion, the city council is responsible under law to protect the health and safety of its citizens. 1, there is a major population shift in this state. People are leaving, and we are at 1940s population rate. SCAG and WRCOG's housing element data is incorrect. 2, empty homes and apartment units that invite crime, vandalism, rodents, etc. We have a lot of vacancies in this city, including low-income units. More units, more vacancies. 3, traffic congestions, signals that lost D ratings, forcing U-turns of vehicle, including police and fire, is unacceptable. 5, the endangered burrowing owl and plant species per the MSCPH and Wildlife, Fish and Game shall have a thorough investigation. This is the law. Murrieta Springs Fault is active. Murrieta Hot Springs Fault is listed in the as active in the Golden Eagle report, the Riverside County, Murrieta Hot Springs, and the GS.
About 30 seconds.
Thank you. Anyway, Jerry Brown declared a state of emergency. The project will use water we need to conserve. It is the city council's responsibility in these laws to protect the health and safety of the citizens and obey all federal state laws. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Serafin.